Last week in Ron sailing, we took Ron to the boatyard Curacao Marine, where we hauled out. Ron needed new anti-fouling, we changed our batteries and did lots of other things. Then we packed our bags and headed off in an airplane to fly across the Atlantic. The same day as we arrived to Sweden, Ron was moved to the storage area in the boatyard in Curacao. Our friend Alcino was there to see that everything went all right.
I was so happy to ride my bike again, and my mom and I went to have lunch in the newly opened market hall in Malm. The market hall is built in an old goods depot for the railroad, and the last train left in 1955. Nowadays it's a location for food lovers, where you find something for every taste and belly. Malmö is a coastal city, and Ribersborg or Ribban is the name for our city beach. During the summers, the beach is full of activities, and this day it was salsa dance and other Latin dances on the program. We had many people to meet while we were home, and we went to the southernmost coast in Sweden. Then we went up to the middle of Skåne in the woods. We met friends with cool bikes and snakes. Hung out in my mom's allotment. Having dinners with family and celebrating Johan's grandma at Tivoli in Copenhagen.
I grew up in a small village called Barsebäck, about 30 kilometers north of Malmö. The surrounding fields is owned by the entailed estate of Barsebäck, and the whole area has a long history, stretching far back in time. My childhood home. It's been a while. My parents still lives here, and I love the special atmosphere and the serenity of this place. Malmö is situated in the southwest of Sweden, and with its 330,000 inhabitants, it makes it the third biggest city in the country. It's a pretty old city, with a lot of history, which dates all the way back to the 12th century.
So this is the marina where we left from almost 18 months ago, Dockan in Malmö. So it feels strange to be back here. We had our spot a bit further out here, and it's a cool place. It used to be a dry dock for big ships, for Kockums, the big shipyard here in Malmö.
So, I guess you can say home sweet home. So this is where we used to live on Ron. This was our boat slip. We lived here for more than a year, 2 winters. Yeah, feels good to be back. Now there's another boat here. We met up with my family and had a drink at a new rooftop bar and watched the triathlon race that was going on below. I grew up in the east part of Malmö, and even if it's in the city, it's not far from the colorful fields, the typical landscape of Skåne, the region of southern Sweden. We're at my dad's uploading the next episode, and we're like, what? It is so fast. We just started like a second ago and it's 3 minutes left, and it's the original file. We haven't handbraked this one.
It's like 3 gigabyte.
Yeah, I think a bit more actually. Now it's 2 minutes left. Not 3. As I am about to turn 30 later this year, I had a pre-birthday party for my family at my dad's house. Party time! Celebrating my 30th birthday! Barsebäckshamn is the village next to Johan's childhood home, and it has its own marina. In many Swedish marinas, you can pay the guest fee via an app on your phone or in a pay booth. The prices are very reasonable compared to most other countries that we visited. And the price for having your own spot in a marina is also really cheap. For a 40-foot boat, the price can be between $600 to $1,200 per year, and water and electricity is often included.
This place is really cool. It hasn't... I mean, it still looks the same as it did, I don't know, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Of course, there are some new buildings and new houses, but it still has its charm. I really like this village. And this place was really great to grow up in. This area, Barsebäckshamn. Used to spend a lot of time here with my friends in my youth. Diving from the pier, taking your bike down here in summer evenings and take a swim or have some beers. It was many memories. And it hasn't changed so much.
A bit further north on the west coast in Skåne is the picturesque neighborhood Båstadhusen, which also has a marina.
The coast of Sweden stretches for 2,400 kilometers, from Haparanda in the north to Strömstad in the west, and has one of Europe's longest coastlines. Sailing has a long tradition in all the Scandinavian countries, going back all the way to the Viking era. For being a small country, at least by population, Sweden has 10 million inhabitants. It has many reputable sailboat manufacturers, like Halvarassi, Najad, Malin, Arkona, to name a few.
Oh gee, it is so cold. It kind of feels like taking a shower, like in the coldest water, like ice water.
How warm do you think it is?
Maybe it is 17. Someone told us before that he thought he had taken a swim and he thought it was like 17, 18 degrees. We had applied for American visas because we wanted to have the possibility to sail to the US. We booked the interviews in Copenhagen in Denmark, since it's so much closer than going to Sweden's capital, Stockholm.
I have everything here?
Yeah, I think so.
All the paperwork. Photographs and whatnot. We're on our way into the American embassy here in Copenhagen for our visa interview. We can't bring anything in there, and especially not cameras, so no filming in there. Hopefully this interview goes well, so we will have our visa for the US in a couple of days.
we're a bit worried because we need to leave our passports here, and it will take between 5 to 10 days to get them back, and we fly back in 14 days. So I really hope that they don't get delayed or anything, because then we are in big trouble. And also my driving license has expired, and nowadays you need to show a passport or some identification when you go back from Denmark to Sweden, and I only have an expired driving license, so I hope that they don't care so much about that. So yeah, let's go in.
Well, we got approved, both of us, thankfully. We got approved, we have the visa to go to the US with Ron. Feels great. Got a bit nervous actually, because they asked a lot of questions and like really fast, and you feel like you're getting interrogated almost. Well, yeah, it's an interview. They want to know what we're gonna do there in the US and how long we're gonna be there, and how we can afford it. So it all went well, and yeah, it's good. So in 2 to 3 days it's gonna be ready, and we have to go back here to Denmark to pick it up in the post office. Copenhagen is the capital in Denmark. It's a popular tourist destination, and many visitors stroll up and down Strøget, which is Copenhagen's biggest shopping street. Copenhagen is a much larger city than Malmö, with its 1.3 million inhabitants.
We're in the center of Copenhagen, close to Nyhavn and Kungens Nytorv. Right here there is a lot of boats moored in the summer. It's a pretty cool city. You can get really close to the center with your boat.
I guess it was pretty expensive to build that church. We walked by the royal palace, Amalienborg, and saw the shift of guards that take place every day at noon. Where are they going? Oh, now there's
stroll around the block.
Thank you for watching, and please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed to see a little bit of where we come from. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for next week when we see Sweden from the sky.